There's the real important stat. 19 rebounds for each team. That's what's keeping Craig in the game.
Into the Craig lineup. Number 45 is Chris Overly.
Obviously, that other stat of having 4 3-pointers in the game has helped Craig, too.
That doesn't hurt. 6:20 remaining.
King is applying full court pressure. With a double team now once he crossed the 10-second line.
Here and Boom will try it again. But that time, McDuffie had the answer. Curry with a rebound.
I kind of thought he would dish off after he got that close, but he was going to challenge the big guy, David and Goliath, on that one.
It worked before. Now here's King with the ball and a 1-point lead.
Craig is playing a zone so that they don't jam the ball down around the basket. Very uncharacteristic of Craig.
Nice move by Jackson. Here comes Berlowski right back. Got it.
Good answer. Good answer.
27 for Berlowski.
The quarter started out Jackson 5, Craig nothing, but Ben answered.
It's been a game of answers. Jackson 3. No. Curry with a foul. Craig knocked it out of bounds.
It's going to stay down underneath King's basket.
Craig goes to the bench again. Deucer Slavin is 21.
This is really March Madness. Neither team can run away from the other one. They just keep coming back and hanging in there.
Well, and you talk about a big crowd in here, too. They all wanted to see King and Craig. And they'll stick around for Appleton West and Oshkosh North after this.
Well, the way the games have gone so far.
Another 3 for Jackson missed. McDuffie. It's knocked out of bounds. King keeps it.
Anybody who was here this morning wasn't disappointed, and I don't think anybody is disappointed with this ball game either.
Columbus and St. Croix Falls winning in Division III this morning. They've been doing very well off the inbound. Blocked by Crone, though, as he blocks McDuffie.
Great block. Super block.
Helding. McDuffie, rebound.
I don't know if Craig wanted to shoot the ball quite that fast on that possession.
Diedrich tried to get it back to Harrell, but Berlowski recovering nicely, knocks it away.
You know, that block by Crone just shows you how hard the Craig kids are fighting and scratching and clawing in there. They're doing a great job.
4:54 left. There it is on the inbound again. King has scored a lot of points off that short little inbound pass inside.
On that play, Jay, they were so jammed in, it was congested in the middle. They probably should have thrown the ball wider.
Harrell tries it again. This time they get away outside to Jackson.
Obviously, their first option on their baseline out-of-bounds play is to lob it to one of their big guys.
Here's the lob to Curry. They're going to get Ryan Crone, I believe. Nope. Yes, it is. Ryan Crone. Number 4 on Ryan Crone.
What he does on this play is what he's been taught. Once the ball is bounced by a big guy, then you go for it. Then you try and either grab it out of his hands or swat it away.
5th team foul on Janesville Craig. King with 3. Inbound again. McDuffie can't get it to go. And here comes Craig. Berlowski has it. Wide open. Slavin.
Great pass by Ben. Great pass, and Coach Goss wants another timeout.
Janesville Craig is back into the lead. The 77th annual WIAA Boys Basketball Championships will continue after these messages from our statewide sponsors, Rural Insurance Companies and the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board. This is your WIAA Network Station.
This is a gate change announcement.
Ah, the virtues of milk.
Flight 7 is now boarding at gate 65. What?
Milk helps supply carbohydrates to boost your energy. It's wonderfully slim on calories. Milk has B-complex vitamins for steady nerves. And a bit of potassium.
Care for something?
I was having milk.
To help maintain a healthy heartbeat.
Now, this is your captain.
Milk.
We'll be delayed here an hour.
It does a body good.
Good driving is a habit. You can learn good driving habits or bad driving habits. You can be a good driver or a bad driver. You decide. Who pays for bad drivers?
on the wheel.
Good habits have their rewards.
Here's how Janesville Craig got back into the lead. It's going to be number 21, Deucer Slavin.
And give Ben Berlowski the assist on that great pass. Right now, if you're looking down the road here with 4 minutes to go, Craig has all of their timeouts. King has 2, and the alternate possession will be in Craig's favor.
Here we go. 4:25 left. Craig by 1. Curry at the free throw line now takes a step in. Boy, some tough luck for the Generals the last 2 times down.
Great rebounding position again.
All day long. Berlowski.
They're trying to screen for Ben with the ball or without the ball. They want the ball in his hands.
Nice pass.
Great pass.
Kieran Boom to Engstrom.
Super.
Craig is up 3. McDuffie, high post. Harrell's open. He can hit that, and does.
They come right back and answer the charge.
But here comes Craig. Prone. Knocked away from behind. The quickness of Sean Diedrich.
I think they caught King that time celebrating on the made basket. They broke a guy down the floor and almost converted on that.
And I think King's coaches noticed that too and shouted out a little instruction. Tie game. Berlowski against Harrell. He'll pull it back out to Engstrom, who gets it to Helvin.
Ben's working real hard. He's coming off screens. He's making cuts all the time to get the ball.
Helvin. Diedrich goes high for King.
Well, now it's King's chance to see what they're going to do.
Diedrich left alone, finds McDuffie.
Penetrate and dish off. Great play.
Engstrom. Foul on Curry, rather than McDuffie. King was looking for a travel, but they call a foul on McDuffie, his 3rd.
Well, the feet were moving and the body contact happened at the same time, and the officials interpreted it to be a foul. As we head to the final 3:05 in the 4th quarter, do you feel both teams have substituted enough and everybody's going to be fresh for the last little bit here? Yeah, I think you're going to see both teams come back now in crunch time with the 5 strongest players that they've got, or the 5 of them that's playing the best together. Matt Engstrom is a 69% free throw shooter. He has 4 points today. 2nd team all-conference in the Southern Wisconsin. Missed 2. King with the ball and a 2-point lead. 3 minutes left. Well, let's see how deliberate King will be now. I don't think you want to pull it out quite yet and change all your momentum that you've built up. Diedrich out front. Jackson floats through the lane and gets it now. Diedrich drives to McDuffie. And a foul. A smart foul. Make him shoot the free throws because he's not that great a free throw shooter. And don't give him the easy basket. And here's a big play here. The foul is on number 53, Ryan Crone. That is 5 personal fouls. He is out of the game. And this young man has played a whale of a game. Well, he's not coming out, Jay, so obviously... I know Don Kerr wouldn't have made a mistake. I think he's only got 4 fouls. Don Kerr had him gone. He's out of here. Right? Who am I to second-guess Don? I'm sorry, Don. 1,000 apologies. He only scored 4, but as you say, Bill, he just played a great game. Well, his board work and his defensive denial really has kept Craig in this ball game. So he just made up his mind when he entered this ball game that he was not going to be dominated by 2 Division ball players. 2 Division I kids did not intimidate him today. Great job, Ryan. In comes number 45, Chris Oberle. He is a 6'4" junior. But we go to the free throw line. Otto McDuffie, number 55, headed to the University of Wisconsin next year. Missed the first.
King with 2 timeouts left. Craig with 4 timeouts remaining. Team fouls, both teams with 6. Possession arrow points toward Janesville Craig.
King is coming back with some full court pressure now. Again, just to keep the ball out of Berlowski's hands as long as they can. Remember, Jay, every trip down, Berlowski's got to touch it, I think.
There he does. Harrell blocked it. And now Harrell's open. Berlowski fouled him. No basket. No basket. What a defensive play by Jamie Harrell to block the shot of Berlowski, and that started a fast break.
Well, and then it was followed up by a pretty smart... Here's the missed shot. Long pass down. Berlowski makes a good play here. He's going to make him earn his points on the free throw line instead of giving him an uncontested layup.
4th personal foul on Ben Berlowski.
That was the bad part of the whole play. Smart play, but it cost him his 4th foul.
Jamie Harrell has had a nice game. That's his 13th point. He averages 14 points and 4 assists a game.
You know, and the other thing is, too, Jay, King gives up, on the average, 49 points a game. They're right where they want to be defensively here.
And Harrell converts 2. It's a 5-point advantage. Helbing gets it back to Peeringboom.
What Craig doesn't want to do is rush it.
There's a shot by Overly. And a foul. On 55, Matt Engstrom.
Well, Coach Suter is going to call timeout and discuss what he wants to do now with time under 2 minutes.
1:57 left. Our state tournament coverage continues after these messages from our statewide sponsors, Marshfield Clinic and Menards. This is your WIAA network station.
Right now, what Suter is going to do here, he probably told his kids, hey, let's have a little bit more patience on offense, and it may turn into a free throw shooting contest. Keep fouling so that we get possession of the ball again.
To the line, Otto McDuffie.
His last trip, he was 1 for 2.
And this will be a bonus situation. Now, Craig makes a substitute before the free throw. Out comes Overly. In comes Jason Bresser, number 41.
I think if Coach Suter made this decision to foul, it's a very calculated decision.
Yeah, they're not going to let him do it, I don't think.
Taking into consideration King's free throw percentage and the fact that they need the ball, this may be the best way to get possessions in this last 1 minute and 57 seconds.
That's a new rule this year that you can't substitute after a timeout before a free throw.
The officials were right on top of that one.
McDuffie.
This is March Madness. Here's a kid, tight ball game, crunch time, makes the free throw. This is why it's the greatest time of the year.
Now you can make that substitution. Here comes Bresser. Otto McDuffie, the player of the year in the Milwaukee City Conference. 2 big free throws. The lead now 7. 15 for McDuffie.
Another thing Craig's got to decide is, do you want to shoot 2s or 3s at this point?
They tried a double screen for Berlowski, but that still didn't free him. Harrell and Berlowski again. He'll get a shot. Harrell rebounds. Man, he's all over the place.
He really is. And Ben worked real hard to get that shot. And now you're going to see King, I think, pull it out and spread the floor.
The Generals squarely in control. Up 7 with 1:20 left.
As you look back, Jay, you might say, well, why were they doing this in the first quarter, in the second quarter, in the third quarter? Here's why. Here's where they've worked on it and they've perfected it.
And Craig will have to start gambling pretty soon, and that's going to open up some things for the 2 big guys, Curry and McDuffie.
Well, you obviously have to foul somebody who's not in the act of shooting here, so that you get them on the line with a one-on-one instead of 2 free ones.
There's the foul by Helbing. But off of that spread, sometimes you can get a guard that sees an opening, and then those big guys can come in from the wings, right?
Oh, absolutely. The floor becomes so big that if you don't deny that cutter, he's going to be pretty wide open. Then, of course, if he's open, you got to make a decision as a defensive player. Are you going to foul him besides when he's in the act of shooting? This is a tough situation for Craig.
The 77th Annual Boys State Basketball Championships are brought to you statewide by Cenex Land O'Lakes and your local Cenex Land O'Lakes Cooperative. Milwaukee King coach Jim Goss said, if we lose, it's not the end of the world, but we just don't want it to be the last game. Well, he said that before they started the tournament play, obviously. And, again, King has had people shooting at him all year long. You know, if you think about it, I think the crowd here is partisan toward Craig because when you knock off number one, that's a heck of a story. But you got to give the Generals a lot of credit because they've taken everything Craig has thrown at them and still have a 7-point lead with 48 seconds left.
Well, they've lived with a lot of pressure. I mean, being rated in the country as high as they are, 3 Division I players, keeping them focused and playing as a team. This is probably a pretty tough season for Coach Jim. But obviously you can see when it's crunch time and pressure is on, they answer all of those challenges.
With the 3 Division I players, Brian Curry is headed to DePaul, Eric Jackson to Green Bay, UW Green Bay, and Otto McDuffie to Wisconsin.
And I wouldn't be surprised if this kid on the line right here goes somewhere too.
Jamie Harrell has matched his average today. And he missed it. Berlowski has the rebound for Craig.
Well, that's what Craig was hoping for.
Now they need points in a hurry. Berlowski. He's going to put it up, I'll bet you. What a move.
Oh, great shot. Great shot and a timeout.
Ben Berlowski was triple teamed and somehow split 2 defenders. He has 29 points. Look at this.
Well, he sandwiched, ball fake. Great maneuver. That's his shining moment.
It'll look just as good down here, I think.
Maybe even better. I think this is in front of the Janesville bench.
Oh, man.
And very wisely calls timeout so that they can set up some kind of a full court pressure. This is not over with yet.
He made that move over about 19 feet of people. 3 guys over 6 feet.
Well, as I said before, every time Craig comes down the floor, they've got to get it in his hands. He's a creator. He's a finisher.
Well, and the thing about Berlowski, he has to work so hard on a day like this especially, and it looks like he's taking off-balance shots, but he knows what he's doing when he's going up.
Well, he really does that. Last time he got the ball, he ran from one corner of the baseline all the way along the baseline to get the ball in the opposite corner. Then, after all of that, obviously he's kind of exhausted. Then he uses the rest of his energy to create a shot like that and a made basket. He's a great player.
Plenty more Division I games coming up. Right after this one, Appleton West against Oshkosh North. Then at 7 o'clock, 2 more quarterfinals, Madison West and Milwaukee Hamilton, Arrowhead and Eau Claire North. Our situation with 32.5 seconds left. It is 52 Milwaukee King, 47 Janesville Craig. King inbounding the ball. The possession arrow in favor of Janesville Craig.
Look for a quick foul.
There it is. Matt Pierenboom fouls Eric Jackson.
1 second went off the clock. You come down. You hope they miss the free throw. You get possession. You go to the other end and give it to Ben.
Yeah. Sometimes it's not that tough being a coach, is it? You get it to Ben.
It really isn't.
Yeah.
But the kid's got to execute what you tell him to do, and that's what makes this whole game so interesting.
Eric Jackson. He's been in pressure situations in this house before. Miss. Engstrom rebounds. Oh, and he threw it. Still going on the floor, and they'll give it to the King.
That's a big possession here.
Engstrom had the rebound, but he threw it. It looked like right to Jackson. But then there was a scuffle, and Craig knocked it out of bounds with 26.2 left.
Everything worked out for Craig except the pass to the wrong player.
King has a 5-point lead.
Now you're going to see him spread the floor again, Jay.
And a foul coming up. If they can catch Jackson, they keep moving the ball. Harrell has it. Pierenboom got him. Well, that took about 10 seconds.
I really thought they might have double-teamed a little bit earlier and fouled when it was at half court in the far corner by the 10-second line.
Here comes Todd Helbing. Back in for Janesville.
Again, now, you look at the scoreboard and you say, well, this is over, but it really isn't. There's a possibility of 2 possessions here for Craig. They come down twice and hit 2 threes. They got themselves a W.
They'd like that ball back after that last rebound by Engstrom, wouldn't they?
Oh, they really would.
Because now Harrell makes this one. And it's a 6-point game with 13.6 left. So, he makes this one, you're looking at 3 possessions at least. And that's not going to happen in 13.6.
Right now, I think it's at most a 2-possession game.
Yep.
3, I think, is out of the question. Another crucial free throw.
Harrell doing pretty well from there today. That could be your ball game.
Well, the door is closing rapidly here.
Well, now it's shut. Pierenboom. McDuffie rebounds. Helbing may get a shot off, but King has withheld the challenge. And a foul with .7 left.
They really have, and they've been knocked for their free throw shooting, and I don't know what their percentage is, but it sure seems like when they had to make free throws today, they did.
You can pencil in Milwaukee King into the Division I semifinals.
And if you're somebody who's fascinated with numbers, King is just a little bit below their defensive average. If he makes these 2 free throws, they're right on it for the last 20-some games.
51, Derek Bills in as Matt Engstrom fouls out for Janesville Craig. I'm sorry, just out of the lineup. Helbing at the line makes the first.
And obviously, if you're a defensive coach, you say, this is what wins games. Holding somebody in the 50s or below, you're going to win most of your ball games.
Helbing, of course, fouled on that 3-point shot, so he will get 3 free throws. He has 6 points today. And a sigh of relief from the King bench. They earned it. They worked hard. King clears the first hurdle.
And in a game like this, Jay, remember, there was a winner, but they're both winners because of the way they competed for 32 minutes. Great effort.
54-48 Milwaukee King. We'll return after these messages from your local station. This is your WIAA